My name is Sosa Ewe. I am the press secretary to the executive chairman of Ipobaha local government, Dr. Eric Osayendo. I just want to give some light to the ongoing political crisis in Edo State, especially as it concerns the forthcoming June 22 primaries, in which the incumbent governor, one who has been able to manage properly, effectively, the political affairs of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki. Well, as peace-loving Edos, we naturally uphold peace in many of the things that we do: politics, economy, religion, and all that. So I see that there's going to be peace. The governor is a peace-loving person. He's not a violent person. He continued to reiterate his a favorable disposition to constructive ideas and engagement. However, we cannot rule out the fact that some persons may want to take the current political squabbles beyond the ordinary. So the governor has said that whoever wants to destabilize political activities and destabilize peace in Edo State would have to go for it. He's a peace-loving person, he's not violent, and he doesn't believe in war, especially wars that are unnecessary. The primary bid for June 22, I believe, is going to be peaceful. Although some people from quarters are calling for a full-scale war, but then the governor believed that strategy, constructivism, and a peaceful engagements remains his watchword. We cannot also rule out the fact that the governor has gone through a lot of unnecessary distress, unnecessary distractions, and all that. However, you can see the cacophony of support coming from across the states, from various quarters, women, men, students, and all that. So that is what tells you that this is a governor that has popular acceptability. A governor who the market women were even willing to donate their 10 naira to buy form for, only for them to be overwhelmed that another group had already bought form for the governor. So it shows the kind of acceptability, the popular acceptability that Governor Godwin Obaseki has in Edo State. We are not perturbed by the various political intricacies that has been ongoing. And he will go further to win the election proper, landslide. And I know the kind of person the governor is. He's always magnanimous in victory. At the end of the day, the entire Edo people will come to a round table and discuss development led by Godwin Obaseki. So I see peace. I foresee brotherly engagement. I foresee constructive engagement. I foresee ideas and strategies having to come up instead of having to take to war. There's nothing like war in Edo State.
Okay, let's look at the society at large. Recently, we've had cases of rape. People have been complaining from everywhere. People are against rape. Are you also against rape?
I'm very much against rape. It's sad that our society has been drenched in a series of rape cases recently, especially the Wailas case that's happened even in a place of worship where people go to worship the Almighty God. That's very sad. It's unfortunate. It's uncalled for. And as a government, we have condemned it. Particularly the Ipobaha local government has condemned that act of rape in strong terms. And the Edo State government has also in strong terms condemned that rape. Recall that the governor was in Abuja a few weeks ago after the NGF meeting. So he had a small press conference, and reiterated his determination, his stand, to fish out the perpetrators of the rape of Owaila, who was not only raped but murdered. We condemn it in strong terms. I think 1 or 2 persons have been caught as it concerns that case. The state government is seriously on top of that. And I would also make a very strong call that people who have been found to be guilty of rape should have been given the adequate punitive measures. She should be given the adequate punishment. And those who are envisaging, those who wants to rape people, who wants to rape young girls, who wants to rape old women, should desist from such practice, because it is evil, it is unacceptable, it is condemnable, and it's not a part of us. It's only sad that the Edo community recently has been in the news of rape cases. Apart from the Owaila, we also have 1 or 2 other cases where women have been raped in their homes, in jungles, where some went to farm and all of that. And the perpetrators do not only, these days, there is also a new dimension. The perpetrators do not only rape the women, they go ahead to kill them after raping them. So this is barbaric. I really do not know where this idea or this orientation is coming from. The government is doing so much within the ambits of the law. We also believe that we can do more.
On a personal view, what would you recommend as a measure, to curbing the incessant or persistent raping in the society?
We have to strengthen our laws. We have to strengthen the anti-rape laws. Apart from that, we also have to sensitize our people, potential perpetrators of rape. We have to continue to sensitize through the TV and other forms of media to ensure that to send a message that rape is not something that one wants to be associated with. It's not something that one wants to identify with. So, the government of the day and other critical agencies must continue to ensure that there is this message that is being sent to those who have indulged in such acts and those who are potential rapists, so that they can possibly stay away from the very barbaric acts.
Thank you.